Welcome to Dark Knight Films Reviews and another comedy and drama night. Tonight, I will be reviewing Mississippi Burning, released in 1988. Mississippi Burning stars Gene Hackman, Willem Dafoe, Francis McDormand, Brad Dourif, Ermey, Gailard Sartain, Stephen Tobolowski, Michael Rooker, Pruitt Taylor Vince, Kevin Dunn, Frankie Faison, and Tobin Bell. Mississippi Burning was directed by Alan Parker. Now this one was written by Chris Girolamo. Girolmo's script was based on the real-life 1964 disappearance of 3 civil rights workers. Although the characters in the film are only based on the real people, the names are totally different. Now, the way that Alan Parker directs this film, it really draws you into the story. You embrace Willem Dafoe's character. He is very likable. He's a really good guy that is this FBI agent that is trying to solve this disappearance and find these 3 kids. I say kids, but they're adults, you know. But his agent, Alan Ward, is, it is unique to see Willem Dafoe playing. It's kind of like Platoon with him. He's a good guy trying to do the right thing, and he's really by the book, almost bookwormish, nerdy, but he's a good guy. And then you have Gene Hackman's FBI agent of Rupert Anderson, and he's a former Mississippian who, good old Southern boy that is, kind of tries to give Willem Dafoe the side of the townsfolk about what's going on here and everything. And he at some points, you're a lot like Willem Dafoe and some of his humor that he throws in there. It's uncomfortable.
You don't like me much, do you, boss?
Sure, I like you. I just don't share your sense of humor.
But overall, it's Gene Hackman's charisma that lures you into this character, and you just, you can't help but like him.
Back up where you belong. Boy, go! Oh! And you get this straight, shit kicker.
Frances McDormand plays the wife to the deputy sheriff, played by Brad Dourif, and she is really good. She just seems like she's a woman that married the wrong guy when she was younger, and now she's stuck in this relationship and believes that, marriage is a sacred thing, and she's staying with him, even though she realizes that he's not a good person, and that things that are going on in this town are not right. And Brad Dourif, as Deputy Sheriff Pell, is he just roams around with this cocky attitude, and he's infuriating. He's infuriating to the audience watching, and he's infuriating to both Gene Hackman and Willem Dafoe, who are trying to solve this missing persons case and are completely stopped at every turn by both him and the actual sheriff, played by Gailard Sartain. And that is because the sheriff, deputy sheriff, and some other people, including Michael Rooker as Frank Bailey, and Pruitt Taylor Vince as Lester Cohen's. They are the helpers working with the sheriff and his deputy sheriff there. And they're all working under the Ku Klux Klan's leader in the film, played by Stephen Tobolowski. And these characters just are uncomfortable to watch. And you can't help but root for Gene Hackman and Willem Dafoe in bringing them down eventually. And Arlie Ermey plays Mayor Tillman in here.
More like paint thinner than snake juice, because this state's as dry as a martini, and we got the alcoholics to prove it.
And, you know, early in the film, you're thinking he's a part of it too. He isn't, but it's just as bad almost, because he suspects what is going on and he doesn't do anything about it. He just lets the sheriff and his people do what they want in the town. When Willem Dafoe finally lets Gene Hackman's Anderson, he lets the leash off of him, you know, and lets him go investigate this case and do it not by the book, but in his own way. That is where you're introduced to a character named Agent Stokes, played by Tobin Bell. And once his character is introduced, I mean, he doesn't have a lot of screen time in here, but once his character is introduced, he is so good in the little scenes that he has, especially this one where they go in and they try to get Lester to come with them. And Tobin Bell's way of getting him out of there is pretty awesome.
Get in the car, Lester. Else you're going to have a mighty hard time picking your nose once I've closed this drawer shut.
It's pretty cool that you have Brad Dourif, who had played Charles Lee Ray in Child's Play prior to this film, in here playing this corrupt, dirty Southern deputy sheriff in this film. And you also have Tobin Bell prior to him playing John Kramer in Saw, but he's on the opposite side of the law. He's the good guy in here as Agent Stokes, and it's pretty unique that we have these two horror icons now in this dramatic film. It's and they both give great performances, but in different ways. One you hate with Brad Dourif, and one that you really, man, he's cool. This guy's awesome, So, but yeah, the scenes with Brad Dourif and his wife Frances McDormand, I mean, he makes you completely hate him in these sequences, especially in the sequence when she finally gives information to Gene Hackman's Anderson, and he finds out from the sheriff about this and returns home and abuses her and basically puts her in a hospital. And that's what sets Anderson on this path to do what he has to do to bring them down.
Did you strike a blow for the white man that night? Huh? You got a stupid smile, you know that, pal? Can you see it? Huh?
And he does. It is such a great film, well directed by Alan Parker. The script by Chris Geromo is incredible. It's well written. The dialogue of the characters is well done. It feels like it's real. It's something that's really happening. Even though, like I said at the beginning of this, it is based on a historical thing, but the names are not the same. They've changed all the names of the characters and everything. But great, great film. It is uncomfortable to watch at certain points, but the payoff by the end is very satisfying. My final review of Mississippi Burning from 1988. I'm going to give this film a 9.8 out of 10. This is very, very good. This is one of the best dramas around. And I don't think enough people, talk about this one anymore nowadays. So hopefully my review will get more people to look at it. But what do you guys think of Mississippi Burning? Do you agree with my review? Do you disagree? Let me know in those comments down below. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell icon so you can be notified about future videos just like this one. And while you're by the subscribe button, click that join button and become a Dark Knight fan. Well, that's the end of another comedy and drama night. If you missed last week's comedy and drama night, check out the link above. Or if you missed any of the videos during comedy and drama night, check out this playlist and get caught up on anything you've missed.